It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Greetings and welcome to 2K Sports. I rarely say greetings, but I just did. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, alongside Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, they're hoping tonight will be a signature win for them, taking on a tough team on their home court. They'll need 4 quarters of near-flawless play to knock them off. And Klay Thompson, part of the most feared 1-2 punch in the league. Kenny, do you think because he plays alongside Steph Curry, he gets overlooked as a talent?
No, because he's playing with a guy that we call what?
Oh, he makes it look Staffordless.
But his shooting certainly isn't appreciated as it should be. I think his, because of the great shooting of Steph Curry, he gets overlooked. His temperament and his mindset is second to none and a great number 2 option.
I'm about to say something that's not going to sound right, but Klay is the ultimate complementary player. I don't even believe I said that. Especially to someone like Curry due to his size, ability to shoot, and his defensive presence. Only because he's playing with Curry, I call him a complementary player, but no disrespect, Klay is the man when it comes to putting that ball in the hole. Splaka-ka-tay-ow.
Yeah,
That's all you hear.
Time to go to Kevin Harlan. Kev.
We have the Jazz as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. And, of course, Gordon Hayward. Even with him gone, they've shaken it off quickly and have really come together as a team.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin Durant is back after missing most of 2015 after requiring a 3rd surgery to repair a bone in his foot. He said it was the first time I had to face something being snatched away from me that I loved so much. I just tried to stay positive and feel that if I put the same work ethic in, then things will turn out all right for me. Kevin?
Great to have him healthy and back out on the floor, DA. Thank you. Hey, Steve, tonight we have 2 teams that can absolutely scorch the net from outside. Great 3-point shooters all around. High-scoring affair expected. What do you think?
I think you're totally right, Kevin. Both these teams being able to shoot the 3 ball, I think the points will light up on the scoreboard.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Jazz. Favors and Gobert, the defensive big men pair. Rodney Hood out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the 3 slot.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who can lead this team and who wants to get his guys open looks.
Here's Rubio. Outside Hood. Jumper off the screen. Utah gets it back. On defense, Utah. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Second chance points are a big part of the game, and they did a terrific job creating many of those opportunities for themselves.
And Rodney Hood was a 5-star recruit out of high school. He actually began at Arkansas, then transferred to Duke, and when he came out of Duke, he went down to 23rd in the draft in the 2014 selection process. Nonetheless, Smitty, a great pickup for the Utah Jazz.
A great situation for him, and then some injuries created a lot of opportunities for him. He averaged over 20 minutes a game as a rookie, made the Rising Stars game. A full-time starter by his 2nd season. It all worked out.
Both free throws good from Hood.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and he showed it there.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
2 on the clock. Here's Green. Gobert pulls it in.
Stumbling out of the gate a little bit, just 1 for 4 so far.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Favors sets the pick for Rubio. Back to Hood. Kicks it to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Favors dishes to Rubio. Another miss by Utah.
Tell you what, the defense got lucky there because you know he can hit it from mid-range.
And Curry, here we go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Stephen Curry feeding off the contact from the defense.
Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Durant sends it back.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
Thompson with the bucket.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
Second chance points can kill you. You must concentrate on the defensive glass.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Utah.
It seems like they found a nice middle ground here. There's some long range, some inside the arc. That kind of offensive versatility makes it really tough for a team to defend.
Stolen by Thompson. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. 14th in scoring, 15th in steals, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And a wide open look for Hood. Hits the front of the rim and out.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Kept alive. Green. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Wasted no time on that one. Ingles has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. The Warriors have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Pachulia with the screen on Rubio. Curry kicks to Pachulia. And stolen by Hood. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Hey, Rudy Gobert, such a great find for the Utah Jazz. A force of nature defensively. Go gadget arms is developing a shot also around the rim.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And Gobert may be the most impactful player of the 2013 draft class. Steve, he was taken 27th. How in the world did he slip that far?
Well, in workouts, you really can't see his value, but put him out on the floor with his length and size and the impact he has defensively, you can't simulate that in workouts. You have to see him play in games.
Second free throw, no good. And arguably the league's best rim protector, Rudy Gobert, 7'2", wingspan of 7'9". Steve, that's not bad. Great tools for the trade.
Yeah, on his toes, he can touch the rim, and he moves well for his size. He gets off the floor and a quick second jumper. He has work to do to get stronger, but he's only getting more and more intimidated when he keeps playing.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable, but it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
Now here's Thompson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Portland. Gobert with the block. They recover it. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Curry.
Stephen Curry has had a lot of magical moments last season. Led the league easily in games when he scored 20 or more points in a quarter. When he's hot, he is the most fun to watch.
Now here's Favors. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Memphis.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
When he gets a few of those early, look out. It gets his blood pumping, and suddenly there's nobody who can hold him.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jazz trail by 3. And with Curry getting hot, Steve, it doesn't even have to be a 20-point explosion. He went off for 17 in a 5-minute overtime period in the playoffs last year.
You know, watching this firsthand, calling this game, he completely took over the game in Portland. That was his first game back from his knee injury. Set the record for most points in an overtime in any NBA game, regular season or playoffs. It was awesome.
Here's Rubio. The Warriors making the shot. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Rubio the pass to Gobert. From 10 feet out, nice spin off the left rim and in.
And for his career, Gobert has averaged better than 50% from the field, an efficient scorer in the post.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Feeds it to Pachulia. Thompson a screen on Hood. Pachulia sets a screen for Curry. Passes it to Thompson. From downtown, that one's not going to go. The Jazz go the other way with it.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And there's the 3-second violation. And this now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. 5th is Steph Curry.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
You're right. I don't care what position it is. With percentages like that, get them more shots.
Now Curry. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson.
Blown opportunity right there. Point blank lay in. Come on now.
Ingles. The Warriors pull it in. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Their offense came fairly easy to them out there. The D wasn't rushing them to do anything, and because of that, they made a lot of smart, calculated decisions that turned into easy points.
Now here's Gobert. Favors dishes to Gobert. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. Offensive rebound. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Golden State. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course the Utah Jazz sitting in second place.
And seeing where Utah is, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They've been one of the great stories in the league this year. No doubt about it. Fans all over the league have gotten behind these guys.
And Smitty, over a decade now, you've been working as an analyst almost as long as your playing career. What's your favorite part now of the job?
You know, it's still basketball, Kevin. Just different. I'm not playing right now, but being in the atmosphere, also getting a chance to meet people like you, Kevin, getting a chance to have relationships and getting a chance to be around the game of basketball.
It is my treat to work with you. I admired you so much as a player in East Lansing, in the NBA, and now you've made the transition to broadcasting. Not an easy thing to do, but you've done it just seamlessly, it seems.
You're so right, Kevin. Trying to turn that page from being a player to being on the other side of being media.
Yeah, tough, but you've nailed it. And who can forget Steph Curry going down in the playoffs last season? Very scary moment in the first round. He was able to return and contribute, but ultimately his team fell to the Cavs in the finals.
Just the fact that Curry was able to come back was huge. Goes to show you just how much can change in the playoffs with one injury.
Now here's Hood. He had 13 points in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Thompson against Hood. Green kicks to Curry. with some arc, and he sinks the layup. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Favors with the screen. Now Rubio. An 11-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Jazz trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
When Hood gets room to shoot from the mid-range, he's as good as they come.
On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 14-6 run. The pass to Green. Thompson outside. High post, Pachulia. With the shot. And that one hits back iron.
If his shots were just a little more on point tonight, they'd be holding a much bigger lead right now.
Here's Favors. Soft touch off the glass.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Jazz patiently stockpiling young talent over the last half-decade. They've laid a strong foundation, now one of the deeper teams in the league.
For the Jazz, a lot of quality young players, but do you see, Steve, a lot of superstar potential on this roster right now?
Nah, that's the question, Mark. They get it done by committee. The other question is salary cap. As these guys hit free agency, will the Jazz be able to pay everybody?
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A different look for Utah. Warriors leading by 6. Livingston passes to Iguodala. Picked by West. Iguodala dishes to West. Back to Iguodala. Lock at 6. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And the Warriors lead by 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Yaredko can't get it to go. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young passes to Livingston. Picked by West. Now here's Livingston. T right on him. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Yaredko from outside off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the dunk by West.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Exum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Dishes to Whit. Down low. Rejected by Young. Iguodala with it, with the on him. Iguodala, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Golden State with it. They're leading by 8. Picked by West. Pass to Livingston. He feeds it to McGee. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Iguodala's got 5.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
And who needs to warm up? They didn't.
Burks against Young. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
They're opening up a nice lead here early. Reason why They're doing a great job in the paint.
Now here's Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And a huge lead here early to start.
The game plan is working to perfection so far. Didn't take them any time to get into rhythm.
Sefolosha with it. He's covered by Iguodala. Sefolosha dishes to Burks. With the floater, and the layup is good.
Beautiful looking teardrop. That's a shot that almost impossible to block.
Warriors leading by 13. Now here's Livingston. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Floats it up for Iguodala. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Incredible pass to Iggy. Put it right where he wanted it. Fantastic read by Iggy to exploit the space in the D.
Utah is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now here's Exum. He's covered by Livingston. Exum with it. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's Withy. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Withy's got his second bucket tonight. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
Anytime they get a whiff of a fast break opportunity, they are sprinting ahead of everyone on the opposition.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Favors is out there with Sefolosha. And it's Withy in at the 5, roaming the paint. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we've seen the Warriors become a powerhouse franchise, but sometimes great teams can overlook opponents. Coach Kerr takes a cue from Greg Popovich and talks about what he calls appropriate fear. Draymond Green explained, you're not going to be scared or back down from anyone, but have appropriate fear, which just means respect them. Respect that they can beat you. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. It's always about focus. And here's Livingston following the 3 from Alec Burks. Iguodala left side. From 10 feet out. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Warriors leading by 12. And Coach Quinn Snyder played the game at a very high level himself on a Washington State High School championship game. Led Duke as the starting point guard. He's got a good-looking resume.
Yes, he does. Pretty savvy with this game of basketball.
Now Livingston following Alec Burks' three-point attempt. There's the pick. West kicks to Young. The shot's good on the assist by West. Young's got 4 this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Exum passes to Favors. There's the feed to Withy. Another miss by Utah.
you know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
West dishes to McGee. And he uses the glass on the layup. McGee's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Utah calls timeout. And defensively, Steve, these days more and more teams are looking to switch screen rolls. Why is that?
Because of the new rules, Kevin. I mean, you look at it now, defenses can play a little bit of a zone. I think back in the day, imagine me switching out on Shaq. He'll go right into the blocks, and you couldn't have a guy come over unless he had the basketball. But right now, you can play more of a zone. So if teams who have multiple guys that can switch and defend multiple positions, they have an advantage.
Well, that's the thing that these teams want to get now. These players that are versatile play 3-4 positions sometimes, so they can do just what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, you have guys like Draymond Green can guard 1 through 5. That just has to be a luxury.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
LeBron, another one. He can guard all 5 positions.
He can guard everything.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Hood kicks to Ingles. Down low, Favors, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Derek Favors entered this league as a one-and-done out of Georgia Tech. Still pretty raw, but the growth offensively has been impressive. He's added some post moves and a nice mid-range jumper.
And when Favors came into the league, Steve, he said the coaches told him to work on his post game. Now it's all screen roll.
Well, the league has changed. The big guy's got to play out of space, and he does a nice job of transforming from a guy that played down in the paint to a guy that's comfortable off pick and roll play.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And year after year, Derek Favors making steady improvements, Steve, and he's still entering his prime.
Well, he came in as a rebounder and a defender, but now is back to the basket game. He's comfortable. Now his face-up jump shot, but what I love is 1 dribble to the rim and he can finish. Offensive game has definitely improved at all levels.
That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Favors has got 5 now.
In addition to his post moves and mid-range touch, Favors also takes it strong to the cup.
Curry kicks to Pachulia. Thompson outside. Over in the corner, Green. 5 on the clock. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Favors. Knocked loose. Outside, Green. Got a piece of it. Hood up top. He's covered by Thompson. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Favors kicks to Rubio. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got his 6th rebound on the night. Durant for 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Gobert with a screen on Curry. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Warriors leading by 16. Green the screen. Green with a screen for Thompson. Off the pick. And another basket for Golden State.
Having such a dead-eye shooter like Thompson working the pick and roll really makes the defense nervous.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Here's Ingles. He has 5. Hood gets the bucket. And here is Curry. The dish now to Pachulia. Back to Curry. Shot from 12. Good D by Rubio. Jazz trail by 16. Hood on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Hood again missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Green. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Hood. Ingles in the corner. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ingles has got 8 points.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Green kicks to Durant. Green, the screen. Curry, a screen on Rubio. Thompson for 3. No good that time. So Utah will take it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Curry kicks to Green. He dishes it to Thompson. Green, the screen. Here's Pachulia. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
The thing about setting screens, you have to be willing to sacrifice your body. It can't be half-hearted.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Favors with the screen. Another shot. Gobert can't hit.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And that sends Draymond Green to the free throw line. They get Derek Favors. Jerebko's checked in for Derek Favors. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Free throw good, Green. And perhaps, Steve, a fact that was lost last year for Klay Thompson was that he himself put up 276 made three-point shots on the season. Good for 3rd all-time in the NBA.
Highest total ever by a player not named Steph Curry. What Curry did was amazing, but people, you sleep on what Klay was able to accomplish. Definitely one of the most gifted shooters ever to play.
We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Jazz trail by 13. Now Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gobert the screen. Hood for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, his inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
Thompson with the bucket.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Rubio. After the made shot from Klay Thompson. It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry leading the charge.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Utah shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Gobert the screen. And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. Here's Gobert. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Gobert using that 7'1" frame well on the glass, utilizing his size.
Kicks it to Pachulia. Thompson outside. Curry a screen on Hood. Durant with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Jerebko.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Here's Rubio. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. And that one drops for him. Warriors leading by 13. Curry kicks to Durant. Feeds it to Pachulia. Outside Curry. Pachulia sets a screen for Curry. 6 to shoot. To the inside. It's tipped. Durant the pass to Pachulia. Here's Curry. Another miss by Curry. Jazz trail by 13. Hood dishes to Urebko. Yep, that one goes.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
Passes it to Green. He kicks it to Durant. Pachulia against Gobert. Green the pass to Thompson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Curry with the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 13 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Rubio kicks to Hood. Inside. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Urebko.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Steve, the screen roll, such a fundamental play in NBA offenses. Who are the best roll men, do you think, in the NBA?
DeAndre Jordan does a nice job. Tristan Thompson. Anthony Davis is a guy who can screen and roll. He gets out of it pretty quick. Blake Griffin does a nice job. So a lot of different bigs being able to set the pick. And it's huge. You can't lumber. You got to set the pick, pivot, and roll quickly.
Valanciunas up at Toronto does that well,
yes,
too, when
he
healthy.
Does. When healthy.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Withy's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles. Alec Burks checked in for Hood. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. A minute 50 left here in the second. Now here's Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Young dishes to McGee. Here's Livingston. Off target with his 3. Jazz trail by 12. Urebko the pass to Exum. Wants to get it to Burks and does. And that one drops.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Alec Burks, a gifted athlete and scorer too, Steve. He's just had trouble staying healthy.
Yeah, the last 2 seasons. First, a shoulder injury, and then a broken ankle. But he's one of those guys, he plays a slashing style. You wonder if he'll temper that aggression just to stay in action.
And that one misses.
And this kind of free throw shooting just leaves a coach shaking his head. I mean, they have been awful from the line this quarter.
Jazz shooting with 42% accuracy in the second quarter. Now the pass to Cephalosha. Gets it down to single digits. Cephalosha's got his first 2 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
McGee a screen to the paint. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Cephalosha. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. Urebko kicks to Cephalosha.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
That has to be the plan. Let's see if they recognize it.
44 seconds left here in the second. Livingston with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the inside. Here's Urebko, fended by West. Burks. They get it again. Withy dishes to Burks. Dishes it to Exum. There's the 3. He's off on that one. And that concludes the first half. Warriors lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection, some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway. We'll see you after the game.
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
And that's the sign of a truly gifted player who isn't just looking out for his own stats. He loves getting his guys involved too.
The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant in at the 3. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Rubio, and not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
There's no defense for Thompson sometimes. His release is so high, difficult to get to.
Now, here's Rubio. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Basket counts.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Warriors shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Curry against Rubio. Thompson up top. Picked by Pachulia. Thompson passes to Green. Lets it go from 11. Here's Durant. Good on the bucket. Durant's got 9 points.
With his size and touch, Durant has all the tools to hurt you around the rim.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Here's Gobert. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And stolen by Favors. Here's Rubio. And it's Rubio again missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Thompson dishes to Durant. One of the most impactful free agent moves in league history, certainly Kevin Durant. Greg signing with the Golden State Warriors.
It sent shockwaves through the league. I mean, we've heard of teams with 3 All-Stars before, but you know, the Warriors now have 4. And when you look at Curry, Thompson, Durant, and Green, you could argue that each of them are the best at their respective position in the NBA. Boy, that is scary for the opposition.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for Kevin Durant, guys, when he left Oklahoma City to join the Warriors, he knew he'd face a backlash. I mean, fans in Oklahoma City, some felt betrayed. Critics who said he took the easy way out. But in the end, he went with his gut. He decided to face that criticism and go outside his comfort zone and his safe haven, if you will, in OKC.
In terms of big man, he is certainly one of the better free throw shooters in this league.
Gobert, the screen. And Favors kicks to Rubio. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And for Durant, his choice to join the Warriors, Greg, seemed to be about winning, but also about the culture that they have developed out there.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder had often been criticized for the way their offense would at times break down into quote-unquote hero ball, but
The Warriors play an unselfish style. Players who love to pass the ball and who can also get along great off the court. I think that was a huge part of what attracted KD to the Warriors.
Here's Hood. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Rubio the pass to Hood. Gobert the screen. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Rubio. Here's Favors, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Gobert. Second in blocks, second in field goal percentage, and he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
The Jazz have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
No good on that one.
The Warriors has had some turnovers in their coaching staff, and Steve Kerr give him a lot of credit. 2 guys in the first 2 years leave to get head coaching jobs.
Good on the second free throw. And one thing that makes Steve Kerr unique, he really does empower his assistant coaches.
Yes, watching him on the sideline, you can see he lets his assistants have a role on this team. Look what happened last year. Luke Walton in the first 43 games of the season, he was fantastic, and Steve Kerr stayed out of the way.
Now here's Thompson. 10 points for him. A second chance effort. And Pachulia finishes it off. And the Warriors lead by 11.
He is thinking one step ahead there. As soon as the shot goes up, he's getting in position to grab the offensive board.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
The opposition is just having their way with them down low, and he wants to put a stop to that. The Jazz at the point guard position over the last 3 seasons have really struggled with their playmaking. A low rate of assists and high turnovers.
You see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. The Jazz with another miss. And the Jazz drafting young point guards like Trey Burke taken 9th in 2013, and then Steve with Dante Exum 5th overall in 2014.
Yeah, Dante Exum suffering a torn ACL last season. When they get consistent production at that position, they will really take them to the next level.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth. Klay Thompson said he talks to us, himself, coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had to cap the fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, then he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings, DA. Absolute. Thanks. Now, here's Rubio after the miss from Stephen Curry. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Great awareness from Stephen Curry to be able to use the drive and see the lane and get into the teeth of the defense.
The Warriors haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. First free throw is good. And the Warriors certainly a dominant team, but I think what captivates the fans, Steve, just as much as their style of play, ball movement, up-tempo, shots from all over the floor. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. The best shooting backcourt in league history with Curry and Thompson. Like you said, it's the playmaking and intelligence of the players around them that enable them to take full advantage and pick teams apart.
Stephen Curry hits them both. And the Warriors last season leading the league in points, field goal percentage, assists, three-pointers made. Steve, and three-point percentage, you name it, they led it.
Yes, the three-point shooting in particular, they lapped the competition. Far and away the best offensive team in the league, and they were no slouches defensively.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Green. And there's the feed to Pachulia. On the wing, Green pulls it up. Second shot opportunity. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Warriors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. The first one falls. Steve, as a player, how often did you go into a situation knowing that you might get a technical foul called on you for saying something to a ref?
You know, a lot of times, Kevin, I went into a referee understanding the game and saying, hey, the momentum right now needs to slow down. Sometimes I get a tech because you kind of have some outbursts, but sometimes I tell the referee, I need a tech right now, just give me one. Without even really saying anything wrong.
And would they give it to you?
Yeah, sometimes. If not, you know, I'll just say a few choice words, and then you'll get one.
Good. Tell me that when we get off the air, okay? Thanks.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Thompson, a master at positioning himself well down inside and schooling the defense.
Jazz trail by 11. Rubio outside. Outside Hood, down to 5 on the shot clock. They get the rebound. Gobert can't hit. Warriors leading by 11. Thompson dishes to Curry. Durant kicks to Pachulia. He feeds it to Curry. Hood against Durant. Over in the corner, Green. It's good.
That's just Draymond's shot. Even with the D there, it's too easy for him because of his size and strength.
Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Gobert, the screen. Here's Ingles. He's got 8. Hood kicks to Favors. It's rebounded by Golden State. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Green. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Draymond Green is the heartbeat of the Golden State Warriors. Up and down in the playoffs. He's definitely one of those guys. His shooting performance was not great, but he does so many other things for the Golden State Warriors.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Free throw good, Green. And with Draymond in the playoffs, he did experience all the highs and the lows. The Warriors as a team followed suit in how he played.
Well, Draymond's one of those guys, when you start to look at his numbers, yes, up and down. But when you talk about a guy that competes and does all the little things, he did it. Win or lose, love him or hate him, you have to respect Draymond for leaving it all out on the floor.
Both free throws good from Green.
And the former Spartan Green continued to prove his role over time. A forward-thinking player who keeps adding to his game.
Exum passes to Urebko. Now the dish to Cephalosha. Urebko kicks to Cephalosha. Pass to Burks. Lots of room. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Young. Burks pulls it in. Jazz trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Another miss by Utah.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop in the league.
And so many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. But first of all, you got to have the ability and skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art. Sean Livingston has mastered it.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston hits both of them.
A lot of organizations obviously want to win now, but what I like about the Utah Jazz, they built this roster patiently, letting their young talent develop. This front office has taken a long view, not looking for shortcuts.
Cephalosha's shot is good. And here's Livingston. He dishes it to Young. West setting the pick for Young. And West now top of the key. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And for the Utah Jazz, of course, Salt Lake City, not a big free agent destination by any means. In some ways, hasn't that, Steve, influenced their approach a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. They can't get the big names, unfortunately for them. They've done it through the draft, and they're trying to do it by developing a lot of their young players.
Burks can't get it to go.
Look, I know he wants to put the team on his back, carry them across the finish line, but it's all about getting a high percentage shot.
Exum with a wide open look. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Dante Exum is really working on his jump shot. You can see he definitely feels comfortable taking that shot.
Young outside. And McGee kicks to Livingston. West dishes to Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala gives you a little bit of everything. Defensively, offensively, making the big plays. He's always in the right spot, ready to make a big stop or make a big shot.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first.
The free throw line is something that Iggy needs to work on. He's hit or miss from there.
That one is no good. Jazz trail by 15. Iguodala with the steal. To the paint. Floats one up. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Steve, for Iguodala, his impact goes beyond the numbers. But you like just how he can fill up a box score in every category.
You know what? He steals, blocks, couple threes, dunks. He does it all. I mean, his scoring is one of those things that you can't just look at. You got to look at his overall game.
They set the screen. Withy. David West grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 17. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Exum passes to Jerebko. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Kicks to Burks. Clock at 6. Another miss by Utah.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter. And obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Jazz trail by 19. Exum kicks to Jerebko. Withy dishes to Burks. It's stolen by Livingston. McGee the pass to Iguodala. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, after all these years, you have to be impressed with Andre Iguodala's defense. He can guard 1 through 5. Yes, I said 1 through 5. And what I think he does best, he stays in position and he contests all shots.
First free throw is good. Iguodala and his defense are still remarkable, and his ability to strip a player going up is still one of the best in the game.
Yeah, he takes that initial bump, great timing, quick hands, long arms. He's fantastic on the defensive end.
And Iguodala drops them both. Jazz trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Dante Exum, the 5th overall pick in 2014. Very excited to watch him in his 2nd season, but he missed the entire season with an ACL. Nice to see him back in action.
And Exum with great size at point guard, Steve. He's at 6'6", like you.
6'6", with a tremendous first step. Not like me. I love the way he attacks the basket.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And among all the tangible things that make the Warriors great, the big intangible we keep coming back to, Steve, is chemistry.
Yes, they have great players, but this is a team that loves each other, loves playing the game. They're unselfish. They're willing to sacrifice. They play hard, and you just can't create that. Chemistry is something that you have to develop.
Iguodala. And it's Iguodala again missing. Jazz trail by 19. And it's Exum, that time on the assist by Urebko. 6 points for Dante Exum.
And with those long arms, it's very difficult to defend Dante Exum when he's taking it to the bucket.
Screen by Young. Livingston kicks to Young. Outside runner. And he can't bank that one in. The Jazz shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. Burks' shot is good.
And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half, now gets 1 in the second.
Warriors leading by 14. Shot and game clock separated by 5. McGee a screen. Here's Young. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
And he makes the first. And so Young nails them both. 17 seconds left in the third. Now Burks. He's got 10. Feeds it to Exum. From the arc. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors ahead, up by 16. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Exum. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Exum and Burks, their backcourt. Withy is out there with Favors, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3, the small forward. Shoots off the screen. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Iguodala. Outside Curry. West a screen on Favors. Oh, West in position, up high to stop the alley-oop.
And to this day, I still marvel at the skill level of KD. A player of his size, able to navigate the pick and roll and deliver to a teammate.
Here's Exum after David West's bucket. And that one's good by Favors.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Outside Curry. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Rodney Hood comes in for Cephalosha. Here's Curry with the 3. He can't get that one to fall. So Utah will take it the other way. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound. Gobert dishes to Exum. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. The Jazz working the ball around now. Warriors leading by 16. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Hood. Curry kicks it to West. And the stuff by West.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Favors. To the middle. Here's Exum. Up and in on the layup.
Dante Exum is a truly talented player, taking care of business down inside.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Curry kicks to Green. Passes to West. Lets it go from 11. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Warriors lead by 18.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Here's Favors. Soft touch off the glass. Favors has got 4 points this quarter.
That's where majority of Favors' points come from. So effective from the interior area of the floor.
Back to Curry. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Burks, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And, you know, Steve, you ask around the league, when it comes to home court advantage, the Jazz have one of the best in the NBA.
A very passionate crowd, very loud and dedicated. And, of course, the altitude plays a factor, too. Second highest in the league after Denver. And for visiting teams, you get winded much quicker.
The first one falls.
Kevin Durant, a 4-time scoring champ. That award based on points per game average. If you go by total points in a season, he's led the league on 5 separate occasions.
And both free throws good for Durant. Jazz trail by 18. Rubio outside. He kicks it to Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 4 assists now tonight. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Rubio against Curry. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Good on the 13-footer.
Thompson always keeping his eyes up, looking for his teammates at all times.
Down low, here's Gobert. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to Thompson. 17-foot shot on the way. Rebound, Utah. Favors got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rubio outside. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
When Favors has the rock near the basket, the defense is on edge. They have no choice sometimes but to get physical with him from that range.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
Now here's Curry. The pass to Thompson. Back to Curry. Thompson, high post. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 14 points for Klay Thompson.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It wouldn't be the first time. He's a closer, a player who loves to slam the door shut.
Rubio with a wide open look. Good on the triple.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Warriors leading by 14. Durant kicks to Pachulia. Pachulia sets a screen for Green. Thompson for the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half. To the inside, Gobert. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
I love how efficient he is shooting the basketball. Unfortunately, that's not translating into a lead for this team.
They kick it out to Green from outside the arc. Thompson misses. Jazz trail by 15. Poke loose. Curry attacking. And yes, it's good. Curry's got 19 points.
He is becoming dangerous from anywhere on the court.
Favors with the screen. Back to Rubio. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now here's Curry. Dishes it to Green. This one for 3. Rebound, Utah. Hood's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, his team is winning. I think he wants to help seal the deal, but maybe shooting the basketball right now may not be the best way to get it done.
Now here's Rubio to the right side. Here's Favors, and again it's Utah.
And it only takes a couple buckets for Favors to get rolling. They got to keep feeding him the rock.
Curry against Rubio. Durant for 3. Rebound, Utah.
No defensive pressure. That's a 3-point attempt he loved to have back.
And there's the call on Durant, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Rubio the pass to Gobert. A baseline J and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Gobert's got 6 here in this quarter.
Love how Gobert scores in all kinds of ways, using his athleticism to his advantage.
Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 8th assist here tonight. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Back to Rubio. Favors with the screen. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 on the clock. Rubio with it. And Curry picks him up defensively.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
Now here's Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 10 points here in the second half.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
Gobert the screen. Here's Ingles, defended by Durant. Gobert with a screen on Durant. Ingles can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 15. And Thompson kicks to Green. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. It's been an ascension to stardom for Draymond Green the last few seasons. Gone from role player to starter to superstar, all-star in a very short time span.
You just scratch your head how Green was taken in the second round of the draft. So many different teams passed up on a guy who played extremely well at the college level. He has the skills and mentality to be a force in this league for a long time. Many argue he's already a top 10 player in the game. And his defense, that might be the number one thing he does that separates him.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. Hood, the pass to Rubio. Tries from the block, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got 8 points here in this quarter.
The jump shot from Rudy Gobert is still developing, but it's nice to see him drop it in. The defense can't really do anything about it.
Curry kicks to Green. Great D that time from Favors.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Hood. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. No one covering. 19 points for Kevin Durant.
And that's where KD just feasts with this team. When it comes to those spot-ups, he's as good as anyone in the league.
Favors with a wide-open look. They get it back. Gobert. Rubio dishes to Favors. Here's Ingles. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 14. Curry kicks to Pachulia. He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Not a bad way to start off your coaching career. Averaged 70 wins through his first 2 years. That is unreal.
Utah calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Remarkable scoring display that he's putting on. They have to regroup, stop the momentum. Plain and simple, they have to cool him off for a couple of minutes. One strategy they might employ is to force him to work hard on the defensive end and to try and sap some of his energy.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Rubio with it, guarded now by Durant. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
Shooting one.
And with Kerr, there were a lot of other coaches that had great seasons, but how can you not, Steve, give the award to someone who won 73 games?
I totally agree. There were some coaches that did a fantastic job, but it came down to either Luke Walton or Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr obviously won it, and I'm happy for him.
And the Warriors with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Curry. Back to Durant. Pachulia kicks to Green. Thompson in the corner. Clock at 6. Picked by Pachulia. A leaner. The shot by Thompson, no good.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Favors in the post. Working on Green. Great D that time from Green. Thompson passes to Green for the 3, and the rejection by Favors.
The long reach of Favors have a real impact, especially when he leaves the ground quickly in time for blocks.
There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter. Rubio dishes to Favors. Off the left rim and out. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Thompson for the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Warriors.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the 2nd of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster. And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Curry.
So many times tonight, one of his steals led to something else positive happening for them. And that's what that kind of intense defense can do for a team.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
They just waited too long. If they could have just made this run a little bit earlier, they could have been in the game. But now this game is out of reach.
Count that bucket.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
I mean, the game is in hand, but they're still running their offense, and they're just plain and simple, still making shots.
Here's Rubio, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Back to Rubio. It's good.
They love getting simple looks like that inside.
There's 25 seconds left in the 4th. The feed to Pachulia. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. "19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Exum. That 3 off the mark. Livingston with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you play tonight?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. Tonight's performance is what we've come to expect. He was a leader, not just in numerical categories, but in motivating his teammates.
I've never, ever seen a small guard dominate a game like Steph Curry is able to do. Not his father, not his grandfather, not anybody. This kid right here brings a special excitement to every game he plays. This kid right here is the game right now. If you want to watch basketball, you better watch this guy. He's that type of player I've never seen before. Wow, what a player he is.
I love the way how he was calling for the ball tonight. You could tell he was really feeling it. He started to score in a variety of ways, and he would not let the defense understand how to get to him.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.